Hi guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, we are going to talk about one more interesting topic, which is a design a microservice architecture. So in this video, we will see some architecture regarding to the microservice, and we'll try to understand the difference between a monolithic service and a microservice so that you can really understand what is microservice. All right, resuming back on the video, as you can see over here on the left side, you have the monolithic architecture. Monolithic architecture there's nothing wrong with monolithic architecture. It's all good. It works fine, and everything is secured, and everything is working as usual. But then, why we are going for microservices or microservices architecture rather than monolithic? Why we are moving towards it? One basic reason is that monolithic architecture is huge and clumsome, and whenever you want to have some kind of a scalability, it kind of gets delayed. In terms of, the delay could be in terms of creating those server instances, or it could be delayed because of building those applications installed on the services, and then even the deployment, right? The process of deployments even takes longer, and starting up of these JVMs become heavier because of the number of services and the dependencies it has towards the services is huge. So the solution was just to decouple all these applications into multiple pieces, and then have interconnecting routes through API, and then it makes it faster. So that is the whole idea of having microservices, and that's the name microservices came into the picture to start with. So what is microservice? Microservice is basically the services which is, as you can see over here, the same business logics and data logic which is over here on this user interface. The user interface is how the user is connected to, within which you will have business logic and data logic which actually gets connected, and it kind of builds up the user interface and then responds back to the customer. Now, this was all working fine with the database and everything else. It's all secured. But then the problem is like the overall operations of this monolithic services is a little time consuming. As I told you earlier, the deployment process, the startup process, the building up of new service, scaling up and scaling down, it's a little bit time consuming when you compare with microservice architecture. Now, a lot of companies have applications on the monolithic architecture, and now it is going to be your responsibility to advise them to move on to microservices. Now, as a WebSphere administrator, WebSphere itself provides you certain tools for you to check your application, whether it is compatible to become a microservices by itself without a requirement of a developer developing a new solution for it. So there is options right now which is building upon WebSphere, and that options you're gonna use those options which I will be telling you over the course of time in this video on how to determine whether your application can get migrated to microservice architecture. Over here, you have the microservice architecture in which you have the business logic 1 and 2 is divided. The same business logic over here in the monolithic, we have divided that to 1 and 2. And in terms of data logic is also divided into 1 and 2. And the UIs are divided into mobile, web, and application UIs. Now, these are connected between APIs, application programming interface, in which it connects all these business logics which will be run on a different containers, which actually run through Docker or any kind of a containers which you have available. And then you can see that the database is connected to this with 3 different databases, and these are databases which is processing all kind of requests which is coming through. Previously we were having one huge database over here, but here it is divided into 3 different databases. Smaller workload is being processed. This makes sure that our request is completed simultaneously and faster when you compare with the previous monolithic architecture. So this is what I wanted to show you in terms of you understanding the difference between a monolithic and a microservice architecture. Thanks for watching this video. If you have any questions, please leave your questions on the question section. I'll see you on the next video.